Okay, this one is for Holly, and it has some really cool products with a great mission behind it. So we'll start off at the top. Really like the announcement bar with the delivery time. It's great to set those expectations. Logo's really cool. And your navigation, it's pretty good. It's got the About Us, the Contact Us, which I haven't seen on a lot of the others I've reviewed so far. But the shop could do a little bit of work. I would change it to be more action, so shop now, and add drop down so people can get directly where they're going. So break your products into collections based on type of product or color, size. I would probably do product type for now. So t-shirts, hoodies, tanks, bags, and have those as drop downs. So if you're not sure how to do that, you just go into online store navigation and create menu items with links to the collection, and just drag those underneath the shop, and then that'll make it into a drop down. This is a nice image. I think it's really clear. I would just change the words to something that's going to fit with what you do, what you sell, the pain points you're addressing for your customers, and potentially the mission behind the business, because I think it's a really good one that people really care about. So something along the lines of bringing awareness to mental health through fashion, and then have a shop the collection now. 5% goes to the charity. Here where you have our products, this doesn't look like the full product range, so I would have 3 items instead of 5, and I would change it to say bestsellers or popular products. And then I like you've got this little bit of the story here. I would have somewhere probably in between these two those collections that were created: t-shirts, tanks, bags, hoodies. So it shows the range again of the products that you've got. So once you've created those collections, you add in a section. It'll be called something like featured collections. This is really good, having the people wearing the items and showing what they actually look like in real life. Again, I would probably just change the copy that we're using here to maybe even just shop our clothing range, or see what we have in store, something along those lines, and then have shop now. For the newsletter section, we can add a bit more value here by creating a guide. This could be for parents on how to deal with mental health issues if your customer avatar is a parent, or if it's aimed at kids, something again along the same lines, but maybe a bit lighter, a bit more colorful, something that's going to be useful for kids to look at. You could even do something like mindfulness coloring pages that people could download, and you could have your logo for people to color in there. So overall, I really like the design. It's nice and clean. I would try and get as many of these images of people wearing the products as possible. A good way to do that when you're starting out is you can gift people a t-shirt, gift it to a few people in exchange for images. You could approach people on Instagram if you don't have any friends or family that are good with a camera. Just have a look. People that advocate for mental health, and I would probably start with people with a smaller following, around 3 to 5,000 and contact them and see if they're interested in being gifted a t-shirt in exchange for an image or two, and potentially a testimonial which you could add to the site as well. Okay, for the content, it would be really nice to see a blog added to the site and then add the articles to the homepage as well. So on the blog, again, I would make those mental health focused, highlight the charity that you support, talk about why you chose them. Could be about your personal experience, but use a lot of really strong keywords so that we're building up our SEO. So fashion for mental health awareness, things like that, within your blog post to drive that traffic. Let's have a look at a product page. Also, I really like that you've got Afterpay available. It breaks down the barrier to anyone being able to buy it, and you've got the buy now button, which is great. Makes it easy to check out. So we've got 3 different colors. For some reason, navy's unavailable, but you've only got the picture of black. So I would add images of the red and the navy, and there's also a little trick you can do in the code where you can make it so if I click on red, it'll automatically change it to the image of the red. Nice range of sizes here. I would add a size guide in here, so either do that as an image on the product images, a link, or as I'm very sorry, there is your size guide. That's great. I would also add this in as an image on here and add it as a image into the product description. So if people are stupid like me and they don't see it and don't click on it, it's nice and easy to find there. We need to add some social proof onto the product page. So you can insert a review app to do that for you. The one I've been recommending is called Yotpo, and it allows you to set up automatic emails to go out to people at a set interval after they've purchased. So it's driving people to actually submit that. You can configure that email to go when you think is appropriate. So if it takes 10 days to be delivered, you may want to not set that out until maybe 20 days after purchase. And you can also include your logo and any copy you want to use to encourage people to maybe go on to social media and post a picture of them wearing the t-shirt, again to get that user generated content. And then once they've gone on there and tagged you, you can put them in the draw to win a free bag or win free shipping on their next order. Or they can just do it out of the kindness of their heart if they like, but usually it helps when you're asking someone to post on social media to incentivize them to do it. But you do have a really lovely story behind your brand, so I would hope that people would just want to do it out of the kindness of their heart. Another thing I think is your product descriptions could use a little bit of work. Again, think about what the keywords are that people would be using to find your product and include that in the product description. For search engine optimization, a good rule of thumb is 300 to 500 words. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you break it down into answer the pain points in the first paragraph, have 100 to 200 words on the benefits of the product. Then we move down into the features, which are the fit, the style, the fabric. Those are the features. Those should be secondary to the benefits of the product. Then we have any frequently asked questions that people could have about the product, or even about this charity that you're supporting, and how the funds are allocated, how they're sent, when they're sent, all that kind of information. Include some information on the mission of the charity and the mission of your business. Even if you have that in other places on the website, it's a good idea to keep it all on the product page. Kind of think of your product page and your product description as the last opportunity you have to convince someone to buy your products. You could also add in a stock counter, so it'll tell people there's only 5 of this t-shirt left, so they hurry up and buy it, add it to their cart today. Also, bundles would be really good to add here. People could buy the whole set. They could get the t-shirt, the hoodie, and the bag, or they could get a family set where they could get 2 t-shirts and a tank, and then the whole family can rep your brand. Once we've got some more product images, just keep adding to them, adding to show people wearing your product. We do have the Afterpay and the buy with PayPal or Google Pay, which is great, but you could add in some icons in here that have trust badges for secure checkout, and also the other payment options that you have. So if you're offering Stripe, you could have all the different credit card symbols down there, and then that just breaks down any other barriers people might have to buying. On your contact page, the form is great. I would just also include a direct email. Some people don't like to fill out forms, and then also we'll get back to you within 24 hours or whatever your turnaround time is on responding to emails. For the About Us page, I think this is a really nice story. Add a nice image of yourself and your son at the top, and it'll just help people connect with you and the story even more, which is just going to result in hopefully more sales. In terms of building trust with your customers, once you've got some of those reviews from the review app or through social media by gifting, add in screenshots of the testimonials onto the homepage as a visual thing. If you've got any emails from really happy customers or any other mums that are like really behind what you're doing, you could include those as well. And then the last thing I would say is to add a chatbot, so people can contact you instantly if they have any questions on how they can support you and your business. And I see you've got your social media links here, which is great. So well done. I think it's a really nice, clean store with a beautiful mission and a great quality product.